Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. Opening day is among us. It's tomorrow for some teams, not all of them. Let's talk about some baseball. D- intro.
Higher.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, the last episode of the off season, I believe, and what a doozy of an off season it was. It's brought to you by SeatGeek, myself, Jimmy. We got Jake sitting across the table from me, Trevor Plouffe back from the dead in California, producer BBD in the corner, brought to you by SeatGeek. As always, also special announcement that this will not be the only live stream from this channel today on the YouTube. Make sure you come back, I believe around 6:30 Eastern time. Trevor Plouffe will be making his World Series prediction. Last year, he got it correct. He's the prophet, and he's going to give it again on a live stream presented by DraftKings tonight. Was supposed to be in person, but he got Ebola or E. coli. What did you get?
I think I got both of them. I'm still feeling a little under the weather, but I'm playing through it. We had a nice little team meeting this morning. I did my baseball today. But yes, I am locked in with the pick. I think 5 people on the planet now know it. You two are not part of that. BBD also not part of that, unless there were some leaks. But I'm hoping there wasn't. I'm very excited. I think people are going to be, I think they're going to buy this to my pick. Okay.
Okay. As soon as your pick is live, you will be able to go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app immediately after the announcement and bet it. And you'd be a fool not to because it hit last year. So if it hits 2 years in a row and you didn't do that, you're going to feel, even if you put $1 down, whatever it is. I mean, if you hit again, Trev, and someone didn't turn their dollar into $100 or whatever it is.
Yes.
It's just going to be a bad time.
I'd like to point
I don't
out
force gambling on anyone, but you might want to put a penny down on this.
In 2020, I picked the Rays, and they did not win the World Series because Kevin Cash took Blake Snell out of the game.
Yes.
But they were in the World Series, so there's some history there.
History. Jake, how are you doing?
James, Trev, BBD, what's going on, chat? Opening day of baseball in 25 hours. 25 hours, exciting stuff. And yeah, we, like Jim mentioned, last Talkin' Baseball off-season podcast episode, but we do have Trev's prediction tonight, so we'll see you guys there. Be a lot of fun. Trev, the outfit he has picked out, you guys are going to go nuts. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm juiced up. I mean, bummer about our Yanks. Yanks got pushed from Thursday to Friday. Tough weekend. Tough JM week, if we're being honest. We got punched in the dick a little bit. Me and Jimbo both have weddings. Rosie, we initially wanted him out for opening day. He's going on some sexcapade or something. Trev's got the ease just up and down his body. It's leaking onto my face a little bit. Crazy opening week at John Boy Media, but excited. The baseball's back, man.
I'm sad.
Jimmy's sad.
I'm not going to be able to watch opening day for the first time in 20 years because I'm on a plane. Well, it happens. Fucking lockout. So there's no lockout. It's the second weekend. Sure, I can fly during that. Then the lockout happens. Then they say we're canceling the first 2 weeks. So I say, yeah, let's go to the wedding. Either doesn't look like there's going to be baseball at all. Then they come back and they say, no, that's now opening weekend. I'm like, all right, well, I fly Friday. So this is perfect. Thursday, opening day, fly Friday, watch Saturday, Sunday in Cali. Now, rain out. Not going to be able to watch opening day of my team for the first time. And I counted 20 years. It's 2 days.
Very sad.
It's 2 days on my calendar that I've never missed. Christmas, opening day. I'm sad.
Maybe you're going to get a little bit of it on the plane. There are TVs now on these planes.
Maybe. It's MLB Network. So So maybe.
They might have it. Where are you flying? I'm not going to ask you for your flight info, but hopefully for your sake, they do have it.
I don't know my flight info, so.
Okay.
So, sad. We got some baseball news this morning. Some interesting baseball news. Did you guys hear? J-Ram? We thought Trader Joe's might have hooked him. Thought he might be on the move. Turns out they're trying to trade him really bad, and then they decided, oh, never mind. We'll sign him to an extension. They had $0 on the books after this year. Now they have, what did he get? J-Ram with the Guardians?
124. So he'll be there.
Biggest contract the Guardians have ever given out?
Yeah. I think it's the first $100 million contract they've ever given out.
By more than double. Edwin was their leader in the clubhouse with 60 mil. Trev, I ran a little hot on this earlier. I've come down, but I want to hear what you've got, Big Daddy. This is your guy.
Yeah, no, I saw this guy blossom into the player that he's become, which is, an elite player in Major League Baseball. And that's like not a statement that I toss around. I don't just give the elite status around. Like, he really is. And I don't think he's underrated. I think he's, I said this earlier on Baseball Today, and I forgot what I said. He's under the radar. How about that? Okay. But I think it's good for the Guardians, dude, because these things can turn around quickly. Like, if you trade Jose Ramirez, your fan base is now like, what are we doing? But you keep him and you maybe can build around him. I looked at the free agent class next year. There's a few guys, but they've always been able to develop pitching. You have J-Ram now that you're going to build around on your offensive side. So go get some guys. I think that they can turn this around rather quickly. C-Rose did say that the Padres were hot on him. He said he talked to somebody with the Padres and said what they offered. He wouldn't tell me exactly who it was. So maybe if you guys go tag C-Rose and ask him what was that trade that didn't go down. But it didn't end up happening. And I think the Guardians said, you know what? If this wasn't going to happen, let's sign him up. Let's do this. And I think it's the right move.
Couple things. Congrats, Jose Ramirez. There's still an argument that contract extension is a bit of a bargain for the numbers this guy puts up. I forgot it's an extension, so he still has the option next year. So that's one of his prime years. So I started comparing it to some Judge stuff in Yankee land because every Yankee fan is hoping that extension drops. The Judge extension would probably be a little bit bigger because of that prime year on J-Ram's current deal. I was just a little frustrated. For Guardians fans, we talked about it in their preview, that this team, you're right, Trev, not only can things change fast in baseball, especially if one or two young guys take a leap, like that changes the whole dynamic. I mean, there's a couple smaller moves that this team could have done that I just feel like we would have talked about them so much more exciting in the AL Central, especially with the retooled Twins. And, Trev, you come back at us, rightfully so sometimes. We're tough on the AL Central. There's just been a couple years where the big dog in the Central hasn't gotten challenged, and in recent years we do feel like that's affected their playoff success. Where if the Guardians, even if they took a couple flyers on guys like Jock Peterson or some MLB vets that still have that potential to give you a full season around Franmil and Jose Ramirez and some of the other guys, you could really start to buy into this team. Because like we've talked about, as an organization of creating baseball players and pitchers, they've been pretty good. So it just sucks that, think about that direction. It was either trade Jose Ramirez and get prospects, or lock them up to the deal that they were okay with giving. That almost shows it wasn't we're going for it these next 2 years. So I don't know. I guess the direction of the Guardians and some of their payroll stuff still drives me nuts. I'm happy for Jose Ramirez, man. That guy's got $100 million coming his way. He is one of the best players in baseball. It's locked up. That's secured. And I'm happy for Guardians fans for locking up their guy. But there's just a little twinge that you could have added 2 free agents or so, and not bag guys, like $8-10 million a year guys that you could really look at this Guardians team and get excited. And that's just not how this front office operates. So A little emotional roller coaster for me.
He apparently wanted to stay in Cleveland. That's why it's a team friendlier deal. I mean, Chapman just signed his extension. I think was $25 million a year for 2 years, and this comes out to $24.8 million a year for J-Ram in the 5-year extension. I was trying to rack my head around that. Like Manny, he's getting 30 a year, right? When he was younger and longer contract, different thing. But I'm trying to think about all these shortstops just got pretty good money.
Machado?
Well,
What are you talking about?
Manny got 30 at third baseman.
Manny Machado. Yeah.
But this offseason,
Lindor,
the
Seager, Simeon.
yeah, all of their yearly was higher than 24.8,
But he just didn't
right?
have he didn't have the leverage.
He
He's
didn't
got
wanna
2
go to
more
free
years before they have to
agency,
do
yeah.
anything.
I know.
He did get a full no trade clause. That means something.
Does,
now, if you're going
but
to waive your no trade clause, there's a lot of things you could work into the next team that that they'll have to do for you. So maybe that's what he's banking on.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
What was the AAV, James? You said it.
It's 24.8 a year. So
Look, I think it's a
money's
leverage
money,
thing.
but if this guy repeats his last 2 years or hits for his MLB average the next 2 years, he's going to be 30 years old as a free agent. I mean, I think he gets more money, but I guess comfort and just having it locked up is a thing. I'm surprised that he took this.
I'm not surprised because, like I said, there are 2 blank years in front of you. Not blank years, but 2 years where you don't have the control, and a lot of things can happen in those years. And yeah, you can take out an insurance policy and say I'm going to be worth this, so I'll pay this and guarantee myself at least some chunk of change if I do get hurt. And it's not really there really aren't many career-ending injuries as a position player. It's more for pitchers to do that. But I think when you can say, you know what, I'm going to make, whatever it is now, probably 175 million he'll end up making in his career. Like a guy coming from the DR, it's enough. And he's comfortable where he's at. I think it was for him almost a no-brainer.
It's nice locked up money, but we heard the Chapman rumor of him turning down pretty decent money. People get floated offers a lot. I would have guessed he wanted out and wanted to get traded and then play himself into a huge. So it's up to him. He can do whatever he wants. I'm just surprised that this is what he wanted.
I think people need to realize not realize, they know, but when you do come from a place, when you come from Venezuela or the Dominican, that dollar is going to go a lot longer over there. And I don't want teams to try to exploit that. And I don't think agents let that happen. But I think he just wanted to be secure, man. He's 30 years old now almost. Like he wanted to be secure.
I get that. Just surprised he wanted to stay in Cleveland.
There's 2 years of risk. There's 2 years of risk that basically he's achieved a lifelong goal already. And I know we throw around underrated, overrated, stuff like that around, mostly underrated because we like hyping guys up, if I'm being completely honest. Go look at this dude's stat page. He's on track for the Hall of Fame. Like 2 more prime years. This guy's a Hall of Fame baseball player. So, dude, what a win for the Guardians. And those 2 years of risk. And like we're also saying, I laughed in the shower this morning because I was like, he likes Cleveland. But just picture being from the Dominican Republic and then you're living in Cleveland. Maybe he doesn't want to live in other towns. He found a home there. He's been there for a while, like with all the trade rumors swirling and everything around him too. Like
they will continue to swirl with this contract.
If he went somewhere else for 2 years and didn't have the same level of success, then what kind of extension is he looking at? He's at what he knows. Good for him. And it's just those 2 years of risk. And that's why I was comparing it to Aaron Judge before, but you can't because there's 2 years. That next year, another year in his prime at $13 million.
Yeah. Hey, I'll say this for the people in Cleveland. I've had many fun nights in Cleveland. So
Jake and I had a fun night.
It's a bad rap. How about that?
You're right.
We watched Prince Fielder hit a grand slam in Cleveland. And there was firework night as well.
I mean, I wasn't there, but I'm glad you had fun.
Oh, my gosh. Fireworks.
Oh, yeah, you weren't there. It was on a cross-country road trip.
Tough.
Maybe he really likes the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It was with Krause.
I also had a good night in Cleveland. It was Garrett Schmidt. He came through.
Nice.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like the only time we've hung
J-Ram's
out.
just like found a little hidden gem there.
Only time we've hung out since high school.
The bar scene, this was in 2009,
So
but
drunk.
the bar scene outside the stadium was nice.
Oh, yeah. From stadium to stadium in Cleveland is an awesome, 6 blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice area.
That place is great.
Okay, we're in on Cleveland.
Casino? Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, I'm out on the casino because I've never won money there.
It was out on the casino.
That's why you got to go next time.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I'm in. I'm back in on the casino.
We got a new sponsor here.
Mm-hmm.
It's Athletic Greens. Jake and I have dabbled in the Athletic Greens space before some blitzball games. Helps us out. Helps us out a ton. What is it, you may ask? Well, with one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, and probiotics. Help you start your day right, Trev. A lot of people, a lot of athletes taking Athletic Greens. If you're not athletic, you can still take it, but, This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health. Trev needs that. Your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging, all the things. I gave it to my baby recently. He started walking. It was nuts.
It was awesome.
Contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no tasty chemicals or any artificial anything, while still tasting good. It costs you less than $3 a day, so you're investing in your health, and it's cheaper than your cold brew habit. Shots fired at my cold brew habit. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. Could use some water right now. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/baseball. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/baseball to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All right. Athletic Greens.
AG.
Welcome to the club.
I need it.
Yeah.
Let's go, AG. Send me a package out here.
Trev,
AG, name of my boss at Domino's.
You lose a couple pounds?
Dude,
up and pooping?
191 this morning.
You look good, slightly more evil. The skinnier you get, the more evil you get.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah. Jake said you look like a evil youth soccer coach.
That's your
like
vibe right now.
You're
I'm
the
a soccer
soccer
kid on
coach.
right now.
Like the town hired you to teach the 9-year-olds, and you're in a league that every other coach is just a dad of a kid.
You're French.
Yeah, I'm like, they hired me to coach the team.
You're French.
Yes. Yeah. And you're foreign. Yeah.
My agent, this is back to baseball.
Okay.
Nez Balelo, Shohei Ohtani's agent. He's a pretty good player. He was a coach for hire. He was that evil coach to my brother growing up. Then he became my agent. Now he's Shohei's agent, and he won't return my phone calls, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Shout out Nez.
Whatever. Do you guys want to talk about the opening day starters?
You're dialed on this.
I think it's interesting to just go around the league, tell you who's got the pill. Some people are doing it for the first time ever. That's an honor. I'll go through them. If you guys have anything you want to say, you can say it. Jose Barrios is the opening day starter for the Blue Jays at home versus the Texas Rangers. It's his 3rd time getting the opening day start. John Means for the Orioles. That makes sense.
What order are you going in, if you don't mind me asking?
Whatever order this website has it in.
Okay.
No idea what that is. He's going up against Shane McClanahan. First time opening day starter for his Rays.
Future of the Rays.
He's pretty good.
Did you mention Texas's opening day starter?
No, for some reason they don't have that there. But I think it's
our guy.
No, he's getting the home start, I believe.
Oh, I thought he was getting the...
I thought Hearn was getting the home opener start.
Taylor Hearn starting the home opener. John Gray will be the opening day pitcher for Texas.
John Gray versus Jose Barrios. So good day for the J names. Jose, John, and John so far. Okay. Shane McClanahan. In New York, it's going to be Garrett Cole versus Nathan Eovaldi. Cole's fourth time, Eovaldi's third time. The last time Cole pitched, he was facing off against Nathan Eovaldi. Last time the Yankees played, it was the same exact matchup. It's kind of a storyline there. That's cool. In the Central, the Royals, Zach Greinke. Just like a reminder, like, oh yeah, not only he's there, he's their guy now. He's top. It's his sixth time versus Shane Bieber for the Guardians, his third time. For the Tigers, Erod, and it's his first time. So claps for Erod. Another first-timer is Joe Ryan for Trev's Twins.
Trev, you got any, you got the inside on this guy? What's going on?
He throws the high ball. Ball doesn't come down. Actually, I saw a video, like the spring training side profile videos that the reporters take of the bullpen sessions.
Yes.
James, you love those. So I saw a couple of them. And, this one angle, it was a real good angle. You know those, Jake. You could really just see it. You could see it just when guys have that little rise, it's not rise, but it just stays up. You can kind of just see the way they get out there and get extended. That's what he does. Gets the extension, gets the rise. I'm excited to watch him pitch through a full season with the Twins. And man, they're kind of need him. So this is nice.
Has any pitcher this has had to happen in the history of baseball, but first ever MLB start is opening day? That it has had to have happened at some point, right?
Their first start was an opening day start?
Yeah, because this is Joe Ryan's fifth start ever in his career.
He'll be the first pitcher since Jose Guzman with the 86 Rangers to make an opening day start within his first 6 career starts.
Does it go on to say anyone who did it?
No, that's it.
There's got to be someone who's done that, I wonder. The White Sox, Lucas Giallito. They're doing this by division, Jake. I get it now.
Okay.
Lucas Giallito, it's his third opening day start. Claps to him.
Our guy.
Yeah. Well, only 3 claps. In the West, Frankie Montas, his second, and Shohei Ohtani, his first ever opening day start for Shohei. That's really exciting. And what the Angels and the Dodgers have been doing is really exciting.
My Angel fans are getting rowdy.
Angel fans are nuts right now. They are jumping up and down.
Out of control. I feel like I started a forest fire.
They've been rowdy. They're a rowdy bunch.
Not like this.
Well, I don't blame them, dude. Imagine having to root for that team when you have a guy like Mike Trout and then you get Shohei and you're like, can we get some fucking pitching? And it took this long. And now, look, they signed a shitload of pitchers. I hope it works out for them.
And Shohei's winning the Cy Young, which I've said, noted many
Framber,
times.
by the way, versus Shohei, which is
two different kinds of sexy.
That's what do you like, ladies?
Yeah, girls
and a lot of guys.
A girl's not dating them back to back, and if she is, she's getting a lot of what's going on? What is your type? It's 2 different kinds of sex.
She goes for straight personality. I like this girl.
Okay.
It's vibage.
She's not dating you. You're too middle.
Looks.
You don't lean either way enough.
I love that matchup. That's probably my favorite matchup right there.
That's gonna be the nightcap. That's gonna be fun. Might get silly on Twitter a little late.
Yeah, you need a drink with that matchup, don't you? Maybe a little. I'm not gonna say it.
Trev, would you rather?
You don't like McClanahan versus Means?
I do.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I do.
Whose face?
Who would you rather face? I mean, Trevor, you'd rather face Framber just because he's a lefty?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Heavy
Shohei, you don't want to see that splitter and 100 miles an hour? No, I don't want that.
Okay.
Joe Ryan will be facing off against Robbie Ray, also getting his first opening day start. So both of them. First time, Mariners, Twins. That got postponed already, right?
It did.
Yes.
Yeah. Great job. The Rangers are tossing John Gray out there, as we noted earlier. And now let's go to the National League. The Braves. Max Fried.
Our guy. on Towing the Slab this week.
Yeah, on Towing the Slab. It's his second opening day start, and he did it last year, so 2 in a row. For the Marlins, Sandy Alcantara. Alcantara. It's his third time. Seems high to me,
cool.
but he's been around. Patrick Corbin gets the start for the Nats. It's his second time. Is it going up against Scherzer potentially with a rain out?
That's right. I think Scherzer was supposed to pitch the second game of the series, so if they get rained out, I feel like Scherzer gets the pill.
Isn't that an Apple TV game?
The Friday night Mets game, as noted by Steve Cohen, will be on Apple TV free for all users.
Is it every Friday? It's not every Mets game. They have a game every Friday.
They have a
right?
game every Friday. I think this first one is free. And
So
Uncle Steve
if
just
Thursday
tweeted about
gets rained out, tomorrow gets rained out, yes, I believe Scherzer probably will pitch.
Got to, right?
Yeah, either way, he's going to be on that Friday night game.
There you go.
Why are they? Whatever.
Okay.
They should not put games behind a paywall.
A paywall?
Yeah.
I have to check if I have Apple TV. I'm not sure I do. I think I do.
I think I do.
Is Apple Plus? Is that the same
if
thing?
you're out of market, is it just going to be on MLB TV and you just get that link?
We'll find out.
I'm watching some guy on this website I'm on.
Interesting.
He's talking. There's no volume, but I hate him.
Oh, okay.
What's he look like?
And I don't know. I'm just going to scroll past him.
Okay. That was a close call.
Mm.
Oliver Perez made the Diamondbacks, 40 years old.
Aaron Nola is getting the start for the Phillies. It's his fifth
That's
opening
good.
day start.
I
His
like that.
fifth.
He's the real deal, dude.
This is a no-brainer, Corbin Burns. First, though. So the 2 Cy Young winners get the pill on opening day, and that makes sense, obviously, but both their first opening day start.
Who was the Brewers' opening day start last year? Woodruff?
Woodruff, yeah. Woodruff and Burns.
Oh,
He'll be
is it
going up
Burns and
against
Woodruff now.
Freddie next
Yeah,
year.
he'll be going up against Kyle Hendricks, Cubs, Brewers. Third opening day start.
That'll be the first
For
game.
Hendricks.
2:20.
Yeah, that'll be the first game now.
Eastern Standard Time.
Cardinals at Pirates, or no, it's Pirates at Cardinals. Adam Wainwright, his 6th versus JT Brubaker, his first.
Snapping curves.
And Freed will be facing off versus Molly. He gets the start for the Reds because Castillo's got shoulder soreness, so Molly gets the nod. First opening day start. And then Mad Bum, his 8th. That might be the most. That might be the guy who's done it the most. Mad Bum gets his 8th opening day start. He will be going up against Yu Darvish. That's a matchup that's great 4 years ago.
Hey.
It is. I think it's good now. It was great 4 years ago.
I agree, James.
Yeah, it's not anything shocking.
They're both having huge bounce back years.
I'd love that.
Huge what?
Bounce back years. Walker Buehler, also his first opening day. He's that guy named Kershaw there for a while. Logan Webb, also his first opening day start. That's cool. Kyle Freeland for the Rockies. And it says the Mets hadn't been announced yet, but I think it was going to be like McGill, but I think that's going to get rained out now, and then it probably Scherzer versus Corbin, which is a fun thing. So a lot of first-time opening day starters.
You just got me so hyped to watch fucking baseball, dude. I know we are the #1 labor pod, and we do what we have to do in times of desperation. But look, this is talking baseball. I don't want to talk lawyers. I don't want to talk freaking legalities anymore. We're done with that shit. 5 years of labor peace. Let's go. It's just straight up ball talk now, James. And you made it move a little bit.
Okay. There's something cool about getting the pill on opening day. There's something cool about opening day. I'll be on a plane for the Yanks. I won't be able to watch it. I'm pissed off. If you want to go, you want to get some last-second tickets, SeatGeek still probably has them. Go to the app, use code JOHNBOY, and you can get $20 off. Actually, it's code TALKIN, TALKIN. You can get $20 off your first order. You know, there's probably some still available. $20 off your first purchase with the promo code Talkin, Talkin. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. They'll let you know if they're good seats, if they're bad seats, all about them. What cities go all out for opening day? Like I know Detroit does. It's like a holiday there. Like I know the Yankees, like New York doesn't. New York's too big to get overtaken by anything besides like the marathon maybe because it just closes traffic down. Obviously, it's a big deal. Like people have fun, but Jake's lived in
Opening day is opening day. Colorado.
Yeah,
my Rocks roll it out. Like you're saying, it's it's basically 50-50 if you're talking to one of your coworkers that day. Like, oh, I'm going.
It's a local holiday.
Same Dallas. It's a little different. It's a shit show. It's insane. My buddy Jared sends me videos every year. I mean, they just do it Texas style. Like they've got this party bus and there's luges and amps. Like it's closer to a music festival than what you picture opening day baseball. But they get Dallas and Fort Worth, so you get a mix there. But
the Bay Area,
they're days.
I lived there. It wasn't like a parade day or anything like that. When I lived in Illinois, I was young, so I don't remember, but I don't think it's the same.
Wrigley's got to be.
Yeah, Wrigley's got to be. You would think it could be so cold.
Yeah.
But I know that
yeah. It's anywhere with cold weather because this is spring. This is baseball's here. It's supposed to mark the start of, when the weather gets better.
Yeah.
I remember, people in Minnesota are lined up like
so Arlington
very early.
Someone said San Francisco and Oakland go hard for opening day, but they don't in comparison to what we're talking about. Like if you talk to people from Michigan, people that won't watch another game go out and celebrate opening day.
Yes.
Like they leave their office to celebrate opening day and they won't watch or know the result of another game of the season. And that's not how it is in New York, and that's not how it is in Oakland or San Francisco where I lived. I don't know. Does LA? LA is also too crazy. Some people are saying St. Louis.
It's not like that because you can't
St.
tailgate or
Louis,
anything either. So it's
I've heard St. Louis.
I was just going to ask, Atlanta.
Well, Toronto is a good one. Toronto is a really,
they're gonna
really
go
good one.
nuts this year. Holy smokes.
Any special day in Toronto,
Yeah.
like doesn't matter what it is. Like if it's a special day, like Canada Day or opening day, it is fucking nuts.
Plus this Blue Jays squad, the expectations and coming full house back from COVID and stuff, that's going to be... Is Atlanta doing like rings and stuff? I think they play at home opening night.
Probably. So expect that game not to start on time. But yeah, they should. They should give out rings. Sometimes they don't do it on opening day. Sometimes they do it a little later in the season because they know they're going to sell tickets on opening day, but they don't know they're going to sell tickets on April 15th. So then they just do the ring ceremony another day because it's another marquee event.
Let's see. Quick.
Jake, can I interest you in a little nugget that I found from Braves Ashland last night?
April 11th looks like our ring ceremony.
Sounds good. Okay.
Actually, Saturday, April. I'm getting conflicting results. What do you have from our girl, Ashland?
There is a cheeseburger that you can buy that's $20,000 or $25,000 that comes with a World Series ring.
I heard Moylan got two.
I thought you'd be interested in that.
Yeah, I am.
Just the burger.
That's tough, man.
Do they put it in the meat? It's like a surprise.
Dig through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want I don't know. Even if it's like an exact World Series ring, it's not a World Series.
Like, what are you
ring,
doing at that point? Like, I think
some people are really rich from crypto.
It's
Bitcoin people doing this.
It's super cool that organizations like, you talk to a lot of people within the Braves organization who get rings and they're people that book the travel. Like, they deserve to get a ring. Like, they were a part of the team that got everything done that year to buy a World Series ring. I don't know. That doesn't feel right.
No. Unless you get it at a pawn shop, then it feels right.
Right. That's fair game.
Mm-hmm.
Loose ball.
BBD found the baseball reference for players who made their debut on opening day. Do you want to hear? There's 3 guys who did it. One is a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
The other 2 are not. The most recent is like 1940.
Oh, okay.
So it's not in your lifetime.
So it's not Steven Strasburg.
It's got.
No. This needs to happen.
Is it someone that came over from the Negro Leagues?
No, I don't believe. No, I have the 3 names here. You will know one of them. 2 of them have the same nickname, and one of those is the one you're going to know.
Whitey Ford.
No, but same team.
Lefty Grove.
Yes, Lefty Grove. Jake nailed it. Lefty Grove made his debut April 14th, Philadelphia Athletics versus Boston. He went 3.2 innings pitched, allowed 6 hits and 4 earned runs. Bad start.
It's tough. Defense let him down that day.
His team did come back and win 9-8 at the end of the game. So great job by him. If you want to do a quick teammate name check real quick, just because there's probably some fun ones. Max, Jimmy, Frank, Stan, Red, Eddie, Bill, Al, Bing Miller, Jim, Chick Galloway, a cheater, Cy Perkins, Lefty Grove. The other guy is Al Gerhauser, also nicknamed Lefty. He also got lit up. 4 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, so we're not looking good. And then Jim Bagby, 2-time All-Star, 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. So maybe that's the best one.
We have some Dodgers fans in the chat saying that Fernando Valenzuela's first start was on opening day, but he did make some relief appearances prior.
Okay.
So close.
Okay. Yeah, looks like 10 games in 1980, and then 1981, he was the opening day starter. Fernando Valenzuela.
That legend still in LA, man.
I mean, yeah, I haven't looked at this game log in a while for Fernando. Have you ever looked at his game log, that season when he starting? His first 8 games, 8 complete games. He went the distance in his first 8 games and allowed 4 earned runs over the course of those 72 innings pitched. And the Dodgers won every single game.
I mean, that's like a sneaky sports go back in time and relive something. Holy smokes.
Oh, my God. I'm looking at it right now.
The game log from his 1981 season. I mean, you could go because there's another complete game on June 1st. So out of his first 12 starts, he had 8 complete games with a 1.90 ERA. And the team went 9-2.
He gave up 7 runs in 3 2/3, and his ERA ballooned to 1.89.
Yeah, the Braves got him.
It was muggy. It was in Atlanta. It was hot. Maybe it was a little slippery. No, whatever. Fernando.
Yeah. And it was a single fest, man. No one even got extra base hits. Fly ball, single, walk, single, ground out, single, hit by pitch, and they took him out of the game.
My brother used to play against, I think, his son in high school, and he would come to the games, and people would just not leave this guy alone. Just wouldn't leave him alone. And he had to go walk and go away from everybody because it's the fucking legend.
Yeah. We did have a trade. Let's talk about a decent sized trade that happened in baseball, brought to you by Roman, because a lot of teams, they said, we're not ready for the season. We got to make some trades. We talked about it while you were gone, Trev. A lot of the trades were just one guy for one guy, no money, no prospects, very basic, simple trades just because they just were not ready for the season. And it was coming quick. So if you need to come quick and be ready, you got to go to getroman.com/talkin. And if you're prescribed, you get $15 off your first month of ED treatment. ED is more common than most people think. In fact, 52% of men between the ages 40 and 70 will experience some form of ED. So when that moment for intimacy arrives, you got to be ready. Roman's system is completely confidential and totally discreet. You get a free online evaluation, ongoing care for erectile dysfunction, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. It ships to you free with 2-day shipping. It's straightforward, convenient, discreet. GetRoman.com/talkin. Complete an online visit. Take care of your ED without leaving your home. Complete an online visit today to connect with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. GetRoman.com/talkin today. Yes?
I think if we did like an athlete greens with a Roman, you're like, that's
Wired.
it, baby.
I'd pay for a seat for that
Ooh.
on SeatGeek.
And watch the Trevor Plouffe prediction show later.
I like it.
I mean, I'm in on all of that. I did just see that Fernando Tatis and Cody Bellinger are going to be advertising the Dairy Queen Blizzard this year as the official treat of the MLB. So
Huge.
Fernando's huge. I know this is a monthly Jakey rant, but like he makes Cody Bellinger look small.
I watched Cody last night. We talk about that a little bit. Can we get into some ball?
Tell me.
Or are we going into the trade?
Let's talk about the trade. The
trade.
Rays traded Austin Meadows, Meds, to the Tigers, where his brother is.
Yeah.
This is a little bit like the Adames trade because they're trying to make room for their prospect. I'm blanking on his name.
Low. Another
Yeah,
low.
the low kid. Josh Lowe,
Yeah.
is it? They need a room for him. Meadows makes $4 million. I don't think it's truly a salary dump, although it's always part of it there with them. But it's a decent sized trade. Like Meadows good. And it just gets treated like it was a Joely relievers, well, backup catcher reliever swap, because it's the Rays and that's just what they do. But who'd they get in return for him?
They got Isaac Paredes and a competitive balance round B selection. So I think it's going to be like in the 50s or something like that.
Yeah, I never heard that term before. The B, like a B draft pick or something like that.
Yeah.
Jake, do you have thoughts on this one?
It's after the first round, in between. It's in between the first and second rounds.
Paredes, he's a name I know. Infield guy. He was a top 100 prospect. Like right on the border, 2019, 2020. We'll see what Rays voodoo magic they tap into him. Maybe some opportunity for Zach Short, our guy, compound. I hate it. In the words of my guy, Joe's McFly, I hate it. I can't think rationally about the Rays anymore. I like to, when we talk Yankees, Jim, when we do talking Yanks, like I try to be, sometimes we say things that are Yankee fans. A lot of the time I try to be rational and think of the Yankees in a scope and compare them to other teams and try to give an honest assessment. Other times I try to be a fan. The Rays, man, I just don't know. Austin Meadows is a really good baseball player. And I'm sure this Josh Lowe kid, he probably is too. But he's also a rookie. And Austin Meadows, part of the reason I was drinking the Rays Kool-Aid last year was I really liked where their lineup got to. Because day in, day out, that lineup is there, and the Rays find a way to pitch. That's why I liked them. The formula worked again. They have Wander Franco, the super prospect that they locked up. Kid's got a chance to be some sort of different type of special for the Rays. I mean, the kind of money they gave him shows that they expect him to be better than Longoria, Crawford, some of the guys that have come out of that Rays factory. It just drives me nuts. I mean, the second 4 through 9 in their lineup, there's nothing that's a lock. Although I got on Mike Zunino's stat page last year, and God, he had a monster year. Mm-hmm. The Rays operate differently. I said it in their TPP. I can't tell. I think bias has got in because I don't truly believe this, but I think this is the year they get snake bitten. Like Tyler Glass now is supposed to be a part of this team. They traded Meadows. Like, those are two elite guys on both sides of the ball. And the Rays are going to Ray when they pitch, and I know that. But the division is so tough this year. I hate it for the Rays. I hate it for Rays fans. And Tigers, good for you. I think you got a good one. I think Austin Meadows can really hit. And again, it kind of goes back to the AL Central. Like, the Tigers took another step. I wish the Guardians took another step with J-Ram. That would make that division a lot more fun.
Bring some balance to the a lefty bat, a lefty home run hitter for the Tigers. They got switch hitters and stuff, but some lefty pop. Meds has been good. His career numbers are good. I mean, I'm pro player, so obviously I don't like the Rays. I just think any Rays fan is just sucking up to the owners.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. I'm thinking about it from the Rays perspective. Tigers perspective, great. Like you got a guy to come in, and Riley Green is hurt a little bit, so you kind of like, maybe you're saying, look, we'll get off to a good start. I mean, you have control of him through 2025 as well. So I think it's good for the Tigers. You got a good ball player. There's no doubt about it. The Rays, what they're thinking is, this is his first year. He's making our money. He's making like $4 million. They say, we got a guy that's making whatever the minimum is now, 700,000. who we think if we, give him some time can replicate those numbers. Meadows has never been like an OBP guy. He had one 2019. I think he had like a much higher OBP than he's ever had in his career, kind of bolstering some of his numbers, career numbers. So I think they are looking at it as maybe this is the opportune time to go and get something there, especially since we have someone that can come up and do it. Defensively, Meadows isn't going to win any awards. I think he was going to be – was he going to be DHing a lot in Tampa Bay?
I think like a chunk.
Yeah.
They love their special defensive outfielders too, so I think him and Randy. Yeah.
The only thing with the Tigers is he's not going to be DHing. So, we're going to have to see how good he does out there. It's a difficult outfield to play. Specifically right field, it's really tough. He's not going to play center field, obviously. So maybe they swap and do something. I kind of like it for both sides. It fits what the Rays do. The Rays are raising, and then the Tigers are getting a player that can really, impact their season this year and for the next 2 years. So I like the trade for everybody.
Meadows, the 2019 jumps out as a little bit of an outlier, although, last year, 27 home runs, 2-WAR season. Last year, he couldn't hit lefties. In his 29 breakout year, he hit lefties a little less than righties, like 100 points down on the OPS. Last year against righties, 251, 336, and 871 OPS. Against righties, you're going to see a lot of those. Against lefties last year, he had a 563 OPS. So
how many at bats did they give him? A lot.
189. So like they
didn't instill him with confidence.
He was out exactly. They anti-raised him. So
wow.
It'll be interesting to see because in 2019 he did hit lefties. He had an 800 OPS. So was it a hole in his swing for a year? Did something funky happen? Or does he start leaning more of the way of platoon? But either way, you get the good side of the platoon. You're going to see 120, 130 games of right-handed starting pitching, and Austin Meadows is going to be like a high 8s, sneaking near 9s OPS guy, which there's not a ton of those in the league. So, the Rays have me irrational.
Ooh.
Don't count the Rays out. I can't believe you, man.
I'm not, but
Wander
the other
Franco.
3 teams should be better.
B. Lau.
Yeah.
The best to ever do it. Randy Arozarena.
Quite literally.
I have the Rays winning.
Did we take the over?
I believe I did, yes.
I took.
Isn't the over something ridiculous?
It's like
85?
Yeah, it was low. It was low. Like Nate and Josh. You want to talk belly? You want to talk ball? We got a couple minutes left.
Just real quick, I watched the Dodger-Angel game last night. There's a few observations that I have. One, the Dodgers, we didn't give enough credit to Bobby Miller, who was their prospect that I know we talked about him on the TPP, but I had no idea who he was. I never seen him pitch. You just, read Fangraphs and, whatever. The guy on the mound is electric. Did you get a chance to check him out?
I just know he's your guy. I saw your tweets last night. I was happy for you. I'm happy you put Foolish in his place quickly.
After you tweeted about him, I went and watched.
I am the Bobby Miller Twitter guy now.
After you tweeted about him, I went and watched. He's kind of like Walker Buehler's younger brother, who like is just overconfident because he grew up around Walker. And Walker's kind of got the quiet, pissed off moxie, and Bobby Miller's got like the more, because he knew Walker would protect him in fights, so he was a little more loud and in your face about it. I think they're both Kentucky guys.
Yeah,
So
he went to Louisville. He pitched with Mackenzie Gore.
Yeah,
at Louisville, and I've been to Louisville, and you can make some tough motherfuckers out of Louisville. Ooh. Tell you that right now. He was dropping F-bombs. There was one at bat. And if you're going to watch one at bat of this guy, it's not the Shohei Ohtani strikeout to start the game off. It's what he did to Joe Adele, his first at bat. He abused him with heaters. It was like I felt bad. Like Adele was so behind these balls, and they looked so heavy on his hands that he had no chance. Now, Bobby does have more pitches. I think his secondary stuff, obviously, it needs some work. It needs some refining. But this guy's going to be a stud. And then Dustin May is going to come back. And like the Dodgers just aren't going to stop, man. They're just not going to stop. Because what other organization has a starter blowing a hunch out there with that kind of moxie that just comes up and just looks like he's ready to go already? Like that doesn't happen in many organizations. Everyone's scrambling to find fifth starters. The Dodgers are like, we got a guy waiting in the wings who would be your number 2. Like, it's crazy. So go Dodgers. He'll be up at some point this year throwing meaningful innings, and I just want everyone to know that I'm on him first. Belly. I don't know his spring numbers. I think they're pretty bad. I will say this. He was missing. He got 2 heaters from somebody. I forget who was pitching. That were like down and in where lefties need to freaking hit homers. And he missed them. But his barrel was there. Like he was getting his barrel to the ball. His approach, he's really tightened everything up because I think he's really trying to see the ball like as long as he can right now. It's going to come. If he continues to do that and get his barrel to the ball. The timing is still a little behind right now, but that'll come. If he continues to approach his at-bats like he is now, we're not going to see 2019 when he won the MVP.
19.
We're not going to see that guy again necessarily, but like this guy can be like an 850 OPS guy like that. So
the spring stats almost tell the storyline of a guy who's trying to swing his way out of a slump or just swing repeatedly until he gets his swing where he wants it.
Struck out a lot, didn't he?
He walked once. Struck out 18 times, got 5 hits, none of them extra base hits. Like that, they're glaring. But spring training could have been.
It is spring training, and the swings that I saw last night look very controlled. Like he's trying to hone it in a lot. A lot of excess movement has been taken out. So when guys get to that point, which I'm sure like in spring he was hoping to come back and have some success, you panic a little bit, and then you're like, okay, what can I do to get back just to put the barrel on the ball? Once he finds that, and I want to say this, he got a knock, like a bloop single knock, and it was a good like 2-strike, like kind of jam shot. The ball got deep on him. Those are the kind of hits that get you going. Like when you let a ball travel and you get jammed, but you still get a knock, it makes you your brain able to like say, okay, I can like way back. And if I do get beat, I can still muscle the ball out there. So this is a positive Bellinger rant. Okay. I think it's coming for him. So the Dodgers are just going to be scary, basically. Scary
Dodgers. I think that's Dodgers Angels World Series. It's on. We just saw a preview. It's going to be fantastic. All right. Hey, we'll be back later tonight for Trevor's prediction of who's going to win the World Series. It's going to be, it's a doozy. I don't want to know, Trev. I want to be genuinely surprised. I knew you had a lean way back when we were in Arizona, but I think that's been scratched by some of the moves that have happened, but maybe I'm wrong.
There's been a lot of action.
I'll find out tonight. Right, YouTube, this channel, Talking Baseball tonight. We will be doing a quick live prediction ceremony for Trevor Plouffe. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Jake, any last words?
See you guys later. Excited. Are Padres sad? They
No,
went
they got
after Jose Ramirez. They didn't get him.
They got the Dairy Queen.